In this problem, we want to determine the coordinates of each of the points plotted and tell in which quadrant or on which coordinate axis each point lies. So for A, if I come down here, you go straight down to the x-axis, see what the x part is, which is -2. And then you go straight over to the right to see what the y part is, so that's 5. So that point would be -2, 5. Now quadrant-wise, remember this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, this is quadrant 3, and this is quadrant 4. So over here, this is quadrant 2. Okay, B. B is right here. If I went straight down to the x-axis, see what that's equal to? This is x equals 0. So that'd be 0, comma. And if I went over to the y-axis, I don't have to go very far because it's actually sitting on the y-axis. I see it's at 2. So that point would be 0, 2. And it's on the y-axis. So C. If I go straight down to my x-axis, that's 4. That's our x part. And if I go straight over to the y, it's 1. So that point would be 4, 1. And this is our first quadrant. Now D. If I go straight up to the x-axis, it's 2. And if I go over to the y-axis, it's -4. So it would be 2, -4. And this quadrant down here is quadrant 4. E. If I go straight up to the x-axis, it's -6. And if I go over to the y-axis, it's -2. And this right here is quadrant 3. And F, if I go to the x-axis, which I don't have very far to go because it's sitting on the x-axis, it's -4. And if I go over to the y-axis, I go straight over to here, this is y is equal to 0. So that'd be -4, 0. And we already said it lies on the x-axis. And that's all they're asking, is to tell those. So those are our answers.